Welcome to 0 to 60.
I'm Matt McChesney. I am the owner and operator of 60 Football Academy and 60 Equipment. Played at the University of Colorado from 2004. 6 years in the National Football League on both sides of football.
I'm Matt McChesney. This is 0 to 60. That is Coach Prime. We are at the University of Colorado. Brother, thank you so much.
All right. 0 to 60. We're rolling. And welcome to 0 to 60 Thursday edition. Hope everybody out there is doing great today on this Thursday morning as we get ready for Baylor on Saturday night. A great lineup of college football games. The Jets play tonight, which is awesome. So let's go Jets. Look, we're going to talk about a lot of different shit today. We've got a great guest, Chris Bianchi, the fucking weatherman. All right, is on the show today to talk about what's going to go on Saturday night, regardless of if Coach Prime doesn't want it to rain or not. I think we might get spit on. So we got a lot to talk about. Bailey's, let's pay some bills and get rolling.
Let's pay some bills and get right into it. This show is brought to you by BetOnline. BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for everything football. BetOnline has every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads to bet on during the games. Think you know your stuff? Get in on a $200,000 mega contest. Pick 5 games against the spread every week for your chance at weekly prizes and a share of $200,000. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino and get in on a game of blackjack or poker or unwind with one of our over 150 slot games. Head to the website today to get in on the action. Bet online, the game starts here. And, before we get into it, take a couple things I wanted to take care of. The show is also brought to you by, head on over to, Cameo and go check out Big Matt on Cameo and take a listen to this.
I'm down here at the Lab 60 Football Academy, 60 Strength and Fitness. I am your owner and operator, Matt McChesney. I just wanted to let everybody know that 60 is now on Cameo. You can go on Cameo and request any tips for training, any offensive line, defensive line tips, recruiting tips. I get so many inquiries in my inbox on a daily basis about tips and can you look at my film and can you do this? Can you break down something for me? I'd love to. All right? It's like the Joker said, my man, right here. If you're good at something, never do it for free. So Cameo is now your bridge to 60 Football Academy. Go in, request what you want, tips, suggestions, recruiting, film, and we will make sure that you get the absolute best from the best. So check out 60 on Cameo at 60 Academy. Cameo, 60 Academy. Cameo, 60 Academy.
And then we have it. Check out Big Matt on Cameo.
Any tips?
Yeah, any tips. And we also got some new merch out. So head on over to 60strength.com.
Perfect. Look at that. Hey, I'm close to your gym. Wondering if you have any shirts and hoodies.
I do. Look what we're talking about. Yeah. Well, we got the embroidered shirt, obviously, multiple different colors. We got, Big Matt's famous quote about Shedeur Sanders. If Shedeur doesn't have to do everything, he can do anything. Quoted by Mark Jones on ESPN in that first North Dakota State-Colorado game. So if you'd like some, I'm about to drop the link here. Head on over to 60strength.com and get yours today. We appreciate the support. Big Matt, how we feeling on this fine Thursday?
I'm good, man. I'm getting over the sickness. Hopefully this is the last day of this shit because it is terrible. But other than that, I'm doing good, man. I'm looking forward to having Bianchi on and talking some shop. And God forbid we play cover 2.
Oh, boy. Well, yeah, speaking of cover 2, let's get into it. So Mel Kiper has come out with probably one of the worst takes on television history I've ever heard. He came out and said that the NFL should outlaw 2 high safeties. Just take a listen here.
Pick it up from there. Now that we've sort of set the table for exactly what your problem is with it, how would you try and solve it?
Well, I grew up with the best of the National Football League, 60s, 70s, into the 80s. You're talking about deep shots, right? The go route, the 9-route post. You're talking about Terry Bradshaw in a Super Bowl hitting John Stallworth. You see Leroy Irvin diving, right, just off his fingertips. There's the receiver. They laid it out there, right? Hit the receiver in stride, 65-yard touchdown. It's a beautiful thing to watch. That's what I want to see brought back to the National Football League. Okay, check down kings, bubble screen sensations, boring football. Game manager, I get it, but I want to see those deep shots. That's what the NFL was built on. I grew up with John Unitas, Fran Tarkington, Ken Stabler, Darryl LaMonica. You know, you talk about quarterbacks, Joe Namath. It was just like Brett Favre when he was doing what he did. Burt Jones with the Baltimore Colts. You think about those quarterbacks who would throw the ball down the field. I said what Bradshaw did with Stallworth and Swan, Roger Staubach. That's what I want to see brought back. Say, well, you can't do that, right? Well, you got a 5-yard rule with the cornerbacks, right? The Mel Blount rule, right? Now with the push thing with Hurts, you got to be a yard back now. So don't tell me you can't have those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage than they are. I was at games where I'm thinking, hey, too high? They're out in outer space. I couldn't even find us. They're playing with 9 guys, right? Where are the other 2? Oh, the other 2, they're so daggone far back, and even though they're part of the damn play. I'm telling you, we got to change this thing, and we got to have, hey, you can warn them. They come up, hey, guys, you got to get up a little bit, right? You're too far back. Warn those safeties, but you got to figure out, competition committee, somebody, Dano, somebody's got to figure out what that depth is, but it's too far back right now. The NFL is being ruined by these too high safeties.
Wow. Matt, your thoughts on
that?
that?
I mean, it might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I mean, people take advice from this fucking guy. This is why I'm so. We come to draft time, and I'm like, why would anybody listen to this dude? And here's another example. Okay, look, 2 high safeties. Jordan Jefferson just ran by 2 high safeties for 97 yards on Sunday. A 97-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
It wasn't a reverse. It was a 97-yard touchdown. Okay. So that's number one. So that's his whole rationale is thrown out of the door right there, because he's talking about 60-yard touchdowns and we're throwing 97-yard touchdowns. 2 high safeties didn't ruin the game. Okay. Quarterbacks did.
Yeah.
Quarterback contracts ruined the game. Not being able to coach anybody hard ruined the game.
Yeah.
Not being able to hit anybody ruined the game. 2 high safeties with the inability to go robber the crossing route and have Steve Atwater or John Lynch or Brian Dawkins rip your fucking face off. That ruined the game.
Mm-hmm.
Now we want to just tell the safeties to back up and not, or to go to the line of scrimmage, and so we can just run by them even easier. How easy do we need to make the game for the offense? And then also there's this thing, I know this is crazy. Listen to this. When they go too high, run the fucking ball.
Yeah, that's like
that. And then you know what happens? Then they walk the strong safety into the box and they roll the free safety high and they back off they press one side and maybe back off the other side, and they rotate the coverage to the field, and you have your isolated X receiver who's your bad motherfucker alone. And then you can figure out a way to manipulate the rest of the field with your eyes and your motion and all that shit, and then come back and hit him deep. Look, right now touchdown passes are in the toilet. Scoring is in the toilet. It's the National Football League, or the National Field Goal League, excuse me. I mean, I'm excited about watching the Jets tonight, but at the same time, I know that I'm going to get a 19-17 snoring fucking snooze fest. And that's not because of the 2 high safeties, bro. Give me a break. I mean, come on, man. You guys take this guy seriously? ESPN is such a joke, dude. I mean, I watch it for like stats and news, but I try not to listen to anyone. It's either Stephen A. yelling at himself through someone else, or like, I'm not trying to look. I don't care if you played or if you didn't, but if your takes are just terrible, I can't take it seriously. Like, you can't act like you were a player and then you just blew them. Like, that's another thing that drives me crazy. You know exactly what I'm talking about. JB talks about it all the time. Mm-hmm. Okay, like it's okay if you don't, but don't act like you did it if all you did was cradle instead of carry. Yeah. So you feel me?
Yep.
Like, so I just, Mel Kiper, like, you got into this business because of your daddy, And I can't believe that we're at this point. 2 high safeties makes the game boring, so let's make it illegal and get the guys closer to the line of scrimmage so I can be more entertained like a fucking 3-year-old. That's not what the National Football League is supposed to be the best of the best.
Yep.
I don't want everything made easy for the offense. What kind of shit is this? You can't hit anybody. You can't hit the quarterback. You can't fucking hit anybody across the middle. You can't block anybody turn back style anymore. That Quentin Nelson clip makes me want to throw up. I feel bad for Quentin, bro. You know he just wants to deplete that.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there's people in the chat and people that are talking like, oh, well, I'm glad he doesn't have CTE for the rest of the
what I'm saying. Like, oh, I'm glad he's spared.
The big contact. The big contact, yeah, it hurts. But the repetitive blows are what give you CTE, you dumbasses. So you're getting it anyway. We might as well light somebody ass up if I'm going to be drooling on myself at 50 anyway. Yeah. I'm not going to remember any of this. I might as well have some fun. Exactly. I mean, shit, football's like Vegas, bro. Just whatever happens here, fucking stays here, okay? So this whole 2 high safety the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
And
Mel Kiper needs to go away. What a fucking idiot.
He's getting killed on social media. And speaking of
Coach, should be getting killed. Get rid of this fucking guy.
Hold on. Speaking of Mel Kiper, Coach JB kind of broke this down, and he went off on Mel Kiper. Just take a listen here.
Mel Kiper saying to take the safety who sits right here at 10 to 12 yards normally. They're saying that's too deep. So now we have to cater to the offense even fucking more. Move them up here, and it has to be a referee behind them. Get up. Move up. So now you want the safeties at 5 fucking yards, Mel Kiper? You fucking idiot. Never been right on the draft yet? You said Ryan Leaf was the guy, you fuck. Now we want safeties at 5 fucking yards?
You said Ryan
So you can throw a post to fucking Stallworth in 1967, you fucking toupee-wearing motherfucker! Holy fuck, you guys on ESPN are fucked, man! Now we have to dictate to the quarterback, please, I know we're all so shitty, but let's play cover 2 the fucking times, you fucking idiots! Dan Orlovsky, you should have came on my show, motherfucker. You fuck me. You don't know shit either. Sitting in them tight-ass skinny jean pants. You fucks. You motherfuckers don't know football. Get me on there, motherfuckers. You guys fuck.
Look, I know Coach is a prick, but goddamn, that's funny.
Oh my God. All time.
Hey, Orlovsky, you should have had me on your show, motherfucker. Oh, shit.
Oh my God.
Thursday should be fun. All right, come on, dog. Let's talk about something else. Holy shit, dude.
Woo! Come on. Let's move forward here. So,
oh my God.
Okay. So let's move forward to this game. Colorado versus Baylor. It's game week. So let's talk about this. Colorado takes on Baylor, the first Big 12 matchup, and their first game back in the Big 12. Can you kind of break down Colorado's keys to victory in this game? Let's start on offense. Colorado's keys to victory on offense.
Well, look, assuming that it's going to be the kind of weather we think it's going to be, okay, which the weatherman's going to be on in about 15 minutes. So
yep.
We'll talk to Bianchi at that point. We had to get him on, especially when he threw on the cowboy hat and the shades. I was like, all right, my man's coming on the show. So we'll talk about that with him in a minute. But look, if it's going to be kind of shitty outside, that's good for us.
Yeah.
You know, it forces everybody to focus up more. The ball's going to be on the ground. There's going to be turnovers. It's limiting turnovers, continuing to build on the running game. Like this could be an ugly game, but again, acting like you can't throw the ball in the rain is ridiculous.
Yeah,
you can throw it's not like it's going to be sleeting sideways and 70-mile-an-hour winds. It's just going to rain. So it's just a little rain. I think everybody will be okay. You know, fucking do wet ball drill or something. I think that offensively the keys are ball control limiting turnovers, which they've done a pretty good job of this year.
Yeah.
And really establishing the line of scrimmage with their big guys and continuing to grow off of that. So continuing to grow off of that is going to be huge. So, I mean, we'll see what happens in that regard, but those are my keys to victory for the offense.
What are you looking to see from the run game?
I mean, from the run game, I'd like to see them advance more out of the pistol and throw a couple more wrinkles in, some outside hitting plays, some of those Z reverses to keep that backside defensive end on the line of scrimmage rather than screaming down, so we can take advantage of that corner. If we zone read, Shador doesn't really pull it when we zone read. So either he pulls it and he takes off and somebody has to honor it and he can slide down, or stop running the zone read. I feel that the offensive line improved a ton last week. They got so much better, but at the same time, there's always room for improvement there too. So, it's, can you build on the success from last week, or do you have to take another step back to take another step forward? And hopefully that's not the case with the offense.
No doubt. And so I am with you on that. I'd like to see, I mean, if it's going to rain, you damn believe they're going to run the ball.
It's going to rain.
Yeah, that makes me excited. It's going to, it's going to be low score, run the ball, defensive game. Now let's move to the defense. Colorado, their defenses look very stout, especially in the second half of games. Let's just break down Colorado's keys to victory on defense. What does Colorado's defense got to do to shut down Baylor?
The nose tackle kid, Barnes. Look his name. Well, I think I can't pronounce his first name, but he's 6'5", 315. He balled out last week. I liked our three technique progression, but I really think that Barnes was the key.
And Clint Barnes Jr.
Bro, that kid was murking people at the point of contact. The more I watched the game, I was like, God damn, this kid is a stud. You get wrapped up in just the flow of the game and you don't watch certain players and then you go back. Holy shit, he was kicking people's asses. So if he can play that physical at the point of contact with the law firm behind him in Bentley and Green, then bro, it's on. So again, you've got all these different outlets talking about how, the Buffs are going to give up this and the Buffs are going to give up that, and the defense is leaky and there's 20 to 30 points being scored. I'm on a show down in Waco later this afternoon, on StreamYard, whatnot, talking about all this, and they seem to think that we're the same team from last year. So the players can say whatever they want, but the narrative is that, we've just beaten two bad teams, which I told you that's what they were going to do.
That's what it is.
So it's just another opportunity for CU to go out and really, really push themselves here against the national narrative. And look, this defense is real. Okay, the Baylor has a really hard time throwing the football, especially vertically down the field. They have a lot of lateral passes where they just need their athletes to go be in space and run. Now, that sounds good, but when you've got guys that can rally and tackle like we do in space, and then our secondary being as ruthlessly good as it is, both covering but tackling and ball hawking, I personally think that this game has the potential to get out of hand in our favor. From a perspective of the defense just running wild and making plays and really dictating to Baylor's offense in the rain, at elevation, at night, and it's going to be kind of cold. This is where Colorado flourishes. This is where literally you would walk in and we'd lock the fucking gates on these people and okay, let it rain, baby, let's go. The rain and fucking let's get nasty, and it's a grass field and it's going to be dirty tonight, and that's the way we fucking like it. So I think that the defense, as long as they just embrace this nastiness, and everybody's wearing white, so I'm assuming that CU is going to wear white at home. Now,
I saw that was white out. I don't know if they're wearing white at home. We'll have to.
There is a white out there. They're calling for a white out, but I don't have a white coat or a white raincoat, so I'm wearing a black. It says Colorado. I don't know what you want me to do, dog. I don't have a fucking white
Yeah.
This isn't a Puff Daddy party. I don't have an all white get up. So
No.
speaking of that, holy shit.
Yeah, speaking of the defense, I wanted to highlight, I wanted to focus on what we call the law firm, Nakai Hill Green and Levante Bentley. Can you just kind of highlight them and talk about what they got to do to shut down Baylor?
Yeah, play downhill and don't bite on the play action and all the bullshit. Let everybody do their job and then go play. Like, I love the way that they were lining Bentley up on the edge last week and really, really, really confusing CSU and putting them in position to take on lead blockers at the point of attack and then letting 41 just roam. He's huge, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I saw him in an interview sitting next to Prime with Romy Bean, and Romy's doing a great job. High five, Rome. We'll have her on the show here too, but she was sitting there interviewing Coach Prime and Green, and I was like, God damn, this dude's huge. He's massive for a middle linebacker, and he brings wood too. So I feel like these two have the best tandem in the Big 12. And we haven't seen everybody else play. There might be an individual that's better here or better there, but find me two guys that are playing at a higher level than these two. And it's a huge testament to Coach Hart too. I mean, Andre Hart came in with Coach Prime. He's been shuffling guys through. We tried Wood there and all these other guys. And look, Woods is going to help us. Trevor's a good player. He'll when we need him, he'll be there. But right now, these two are playing at such a high level. I don't know how you take either of them off the field. Both of them are NFL guys, which makes you wonder. When Coach Prime early in the year when they did that scrimmage at Denver East, and everyone, he was like, we got about 7 or 8 guys on the defense that are pros. Sure seems like he's got 7 or 8 guys on the defense that are pros to me. Yeah. So maybe he knew what he was looking at this whole time. So, I'd like, hopefully this weekend we're not wearing white at home because that would be weird, but we could wear gray.
Yeah, that would be
the grays, baby.
Yeah, that would be pretty sweet. And focusing on this defense here, I found this and wanted to just bring this. Carter Stoudemire, DB on Colorado, said DC Robert Livingston ran all 20 of the gassers with Colorado football. After the Travis Hunter obviously got flagged with 4 other players after that pick, they were doing that celebration. What are your thoughts on that? Obviously, we talked about Rob Livingston's impact on Colorado football yesterday, but what are your thoughts on this?
Have you ever seen the picture of the meme of the dude sitting on top of the block with the whip and everybody pulling in front? This is boss. And then and then the same picture, but the guy's off of the block and he's at the front of it pulling it, and it says leader. That's all I got to say. Like, he's a fucking leader. He's young. He's spry. He can run across the field and back without having a heart attack. That's a good thing. And when the players see you doing that, it means something, bro. Like 3 weeks ago, we've got this big kid on Mount Vista's team named Eli that struggles running, and all the coaches are just like, "Hey, run, Eli!" Blah blah blah. And my fat ass went out there and grabbed him by his shoulder and ran him across the field and ran him back and ran him across the field and ran him back. Did my one fat ass want to go run with him? No, but it was needed, and everyone sees it. So you can tell somebody what to do all the time, but unless you can actually show them that you can do it, you're willing to do it, and that you know how to do it, sometimes people won't buy in. So even that one thing may have gotten a guy like Stoudemire or somebody else to completely immerse themselves mentally and physically and buy in. So absolutely, Livingston is a fucking G, bro, and enjoy this because of the kind of success he's having this year. He could be one and done. Yeah, like he could be one and a head coach somewhere easily. Like if I was Colorado State, and I'm not trying to give them any tips. You need any tips. You need some tips. You may want to hire an NFL guy who knows what the fuck he's doing right down the street. We don't play until 2029, but fuck, he should. That's a bad man, and he knows what he's doing, and he's getting his feet in the door in college coaching, and he's going to be a head coach somewhere, either in the NFL or maybe he springboards this to a defensive coordinator job in the NFL. But what he's doing at CU is monumentally incredible. They have been so bad for so long on defense. It is so refreshing to see a defense run out on the field, and you sit back and go, we're gonna chop these guys up. They have to deal with us, instead of, man, I really hope that Travis or Shiloh makes a play.
Yeah.
Now it's like Shiloh's out, and I hate to say this, but we got better. Like, how? Like, this is what I'm talking about. We can rotate guys in the secondary. We can put Shiloh at nickel linebacker. We can rotate linebackers now with depth. We got this Barnes kid didn't even play in the Nebraska game, dog. Well, and if he did, he did 10 plays? He went into CSU and was eating people alive at the point of contact. So opportunity, when it knocks, baby, you're either ready to open the door or you're not. So, when this happens, we're either fucking rolling or we're watching. And then there's not a whole lot of watchers in the Boulder bag.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you on that. I'm excited to see how Colorado's defense performs this weekend. It's going to be great. But without further ado, our special guest is here. Yes. K9 News meteorologist Chris Bianchi. He's going to come here and break down the weather for this weekend. Let's bring him in. Chris Bianchi, what's going on?
There he is. I like it, dog. You got your hat on today. Bianchi, what's up, bro?
How's it going, guys? Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Man. Hey, we saw your clip earlier in the week. I was laughing my ass off. I thought it was awesome. So look, we brought you on today to have a little bit of fun, but also, to talk about the weather, obviously. So, the old adage is weathermen and scouts never have to be right. Go with that.
I mean, hey, both are in the business of predicting the future. So that's honestly not the most fun thing and the most stable thing. But I'll say this. Hey, it does look like it's going to rain during the game. There's a slight chance. I'd say it's like a 10-20% chance that the rain entirely stays until after the game. But almost for sure, we're going to be talking about some rain during, and it could be pretty kind of heavy at times. Like, it looks pretty chilly, pretty raw, pretty cold. Honestly, Matt, I would guess you kind of love playing this.
Yeah, I like this shit.
I figured this is up here, right?
Yeah, I might pop my shirt off in the third quarter and just start swinging it around my head. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, Chris. So look, how about the wind? Do you think that? I think that could be more detrimental to Colorado's attack than some rain. Is it going to be raining sideways with 40-mile-an-hour winds, or is it just going to be raining?
It's going to be kind of just raining. It's not going to be too bad. It's going to be, maybe a little breezy. It's more during the day where it's going to be windy, but then at night for the game, it's just going to be kind of a light to moderate rain. Like, I don't think we're talking about thunderstorm kind of rain. So that's kind of honestly when Coach Prime said what he said on Tuesday, it's like, oh no, like this is kind of rain, which is not common, right? Like, we don't get those kinds of rain events here. And so I'm like, oh no, this is going to actually be rain for us.
So if we were taking the over/under, you would take the over on rain.
I take the over.
I'm taking the under.
Like
I'm taking the under,
Bailey. Fucking rain. Like,
I'm taking the 20% under. I'm putting money.
You are? I'm kind of hoping I'm wrong now, because I don't know if you saw that I issued Coach Prime a challenge. I said if it doesn't rain, that he gets to do the weather for me on Monday.
Nice.
And, well, my thought is, and you guys, you'll have better insight, Matt, especially you'll have better insight than I will. My guess is if it doesn't rain, but they win, that he might take me up on it. What do you think?
Oh, look, if it doesn't rain and they win, he will be it. He will probably come in and rename the entire studio the Prime Weather Channel. Because, look, if you go out and you're like 80% chance of rain, it's going to be raining cat and dogs. Get your mind right. And then he's like, I don't know. And he checks his phone. He's like, says 20% chance it's not going to rain. And I talk to my guy, and he points to the sky. And then all of a sudden, it doesn't rain. I mean, we might be looking at a profit up there. Like,
I know I'm in so much trouble if it doesn't rain. I'm in so much trouble. But
so you want it to rain?
I mean, I kind of want both. If it doesn't rain, it actually comes in the studio.
Is drizzling raining?
Good question. It's not going to be drizzle. Like, you'll notice it. If it's, it's going to rain. Like, I'm telling you, like, it's not going to be like thunderstorm rain, but it's going to be like raining probably most of the game.
I wanted to give some context. So obviously, yeah, Chris, we're going to go show your response and your challenge to Coach Prime, but I just wanted to show initially what started this whole thing with the weather. Take a listen here.
Potential rain in the forecast for Saturday.
We got rain? What forecast you got?
Just change this morning.
We got rain? No, it's not going to rain because I said it's not.
I just saw it from a local meteorologist this morning.
Yeah, there you go.
A meteorologist?
That's a mistake. I got 59. This joker's been accurate. Anybody else got? Read yours.
Either way, let's just say there is rain on the in the
No, we're not gonna
forecast.
say there is rain. I'm one of those good weather man. When you say 60%, I say 40%.
Someone,
40% chance.
a meteorologist that I
Dude.
respect highly said that there's a pretty
What
good chance
does
it
yours
rains
say?
on Saturday.
Mine says 30%.
Okay. I don't know which one I got. I need to check mine.
Well, yeah, that clip
His
is
press conferences
and,
are incredible.
Chris, obviously, you responded to Coach Prime, and I loved your response. Take a listen here.
So here's the
This
deal,
is
Coach
incredible.
Prime. I think it's going to rain for you on Saturday night. We're not talking about a little rain. I think we're talking about the potential for a downpour for us at Folsom Field on Saturday night. Now, again, it's just purely a coincidence I'm wearing this hat and these sunglasses, but I will say this, we're in the mid-60s for us to kick off on Saturday for us at Folsom Field, and it looks like we're going to be talking about a very rainy day. Now, Coach Prime.
Well, here, Chris, just
Oh,
break that down. What are
You're
your
the
thoughts?
best, bro. How did that come up? What happened?
About on
With the hat and the glasses, you just had that in the back of your car. You're like, well, hold on real quick. Let me go get my cowboy hat and my blue blockers.
So, yeah, great question. Because it was actually our director, Alex Kirk, who's like a diehard. He's a diehard CU fan, diehard. He's actually going to the game on Saturday. And as I was leaving work on Tuesday, that's when the press conference happened. And he goes, Chris, oh my God, dude, like they're asking Coach Prime if it's going to rain or not. And it's not raining. He says it's not going to rain, but this guy, Matt Smith, was asking him a bunch of questions. And he told me the whole thing. And I went home and I was like, oh, we got to do something. I was texting with him that night. So we've got to mess with this. We've got to totally mess around because it's totally going to rain on Saturday. And we've got to mess with it. So he actually had the hat and the glasses. And I mean, I have this kind of crappy hat, which is
He came prepared. I think your hat's on backwards, dog. You look like Indiana Jones.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
There you go.
I couldn't even nice spot. Yeah, so can't even get the hat on right in the right direction. But he's the one who had the proper hat and the proper glasses, and those are his.
I mean, Bianchi, that's an all-time picture, dog. That is worthy for framing. All right, so let me ask you this. The last question. What happens if we come out and we're standing there in Folsom, it's the middle of the second quarter, and all of a sudden it starts raining a little bit and Prime just goes, hey, what's with this bull junk? And it just turns off. What happens at that point?
That would be the first. Well, I'd be very. What I want. Okay, let's say, I'll give you an answer. Here's the answer. What I want. So I issued him a challenge. Basically, I offered him one thing, which is that he could come in and do the weather. I would love it. And if CU wins, but it rains during the game, that he records a video saying, "All right, I'm going to start watching Chris Bianchi. I'm going to start watching 9 News and return." So if he looks up and he says it's raining, and then he thinks about it and he goes, "Let me see if we win," because I know he's not doing anything if they lose. I know that's not going to happen.
No, and that's not going to happen. We don't talk like that on Thursdays. No losing.
By the way, can I ask your guys' opinions?
With damn Skippy, let's go, dog. What's up?
What happens?
I personally think that I'll give my prediction score-wise tomorrow, but I think we have the potential to really shut these people down. Our defense is incredible. They're playing at a high level. Control the ball on the ground. Open up deep shots and one-on-ones. God forbid they play cover 2. But other than that, I think that we'll be pretty good, regardless of the rain. Personally, unless I'm a skill player, I want this. Like, skill players can be like, oh, it's raining. But one of the best games I've ever seen a quarterback play in CU history was the Lightning game in 2003, when we played CSU in Sports Authority and clapped through 4 touchdowns in a downpour that we had a lightning delay. So as long as there's no lightning delays, because that's really going to piss me off. As long as there's no lightning delays, I think we're good. It's not going to piss me off because I'm going to be running. I should say that I'm out. The minute there's lightning, Matt's fat ass is gone. So this is a pretty funny story. You'll appreciate this. We'll get you out of here, Bianchi. But back in the day when lightning would pop off, Coach Barnett's super scared of lightning, so he would just take off. He wouldn't even call practice. Lightning would happen, and you would just look over, and Barnett would be running to the Dow ward. So, like, the clouds start accumulating, and you can tell it's about to pop off. And I'm standing right next to him. He just looks at me and goes, "I shouldn't be standing next to you in a lightning storm, huh?" And he just walks away. And everybody, for like a good 15 minutes, I would walk, and the circle, like 20-yard radius, everybody would just stay away from me and walk with me. And I couldn't get close to anybody because I don't want to get hit by lightning. But me.
You were the only one not scared.
Yep. No, I was scared shitless. Because everyone else was like, if I stand next to McChesney, I'm definitely getting hit by lightning. So as long as that doesn't happen, I think we're good. Hey, CB, you're the man, bro. What do you think's going to happen on Saturday? What's your prediction? Other than rain, of course.
Other than rain, I want them to win. I really hope they win. So I really am. I mean, Matt, I'm a CU fan, obviously. So
damn straight.
I'm too much of a fan to really. That's why I asked you guys. Like, I don't have enough objectivity to really have an opinion because I just want them to win.
Well, I'll tell you this: if objectivity was if we could define it, it would be your face, brother. So, CB, thank you so much. Everybody, make sure you check out Bianchi. He is the Colorado weatherman, bro. He's the shit. CB, have a great day, brother.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on. That was fun.
Oh, that was awesome.
Thank you for joining.
The motherfucking weatherman.
That was great. Yeah, that was awesome, man.
We just thought we'd get him on today and have a couple laughs. Thursdays are a little slow. We got Lawrence Vickers on tomorrow. That's going to be a hell of a show. So, you do not want to miss the hype man. So the hype man will be on at noon with me tomorrow. And he's from Texas and hates Baylor and bunch of. I was like, "You want to come on for Baylor week?" And I think his response was, "Yeah, yuppie fucks." And I was like, "Okay, awesome."
Yeah,
so that'll be fun. I guess let's take 10 minutes to just anybody in the comments because we're having kind of a slow day. Anybody in the comments, you got any questions, you can ask, and then Bailey and I can answer to the best of our ability, and then we'll get out of here in about 5 minutes. How's that sound, Bailey?
That sounds good. And one more thing, we got
one more thing.
Your Jets play tonight. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss this game. They take on the Patriots. They're 6.5-point favorites. Well, how do you feel about this game? What do you feel, Aaron Rodgers? You gonna
ball out? I feel like 6.5 points is a lot of points for the Patriots. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's a 3-point game, like 19 to 16, 18 to 15, because the NFL product right now is poo.
Yeah, I have a
but again, I thought Aaron Rodgers is supposed to be able to chop it up, so we'll see if he can chop it up. Yeah. Look, I'm excited to watch the Jets play tonight. I want to see if they can actually come together. I really like their young running back Allen. That kid's a stud, especially mixed with Hall. That's a good 1-2 punch, two hammers. Defense has got to pick it up. Mm-hmm. They lost Johnson, the defensive end, Coach JB's guy from Independence, who's a monster. He's out for the year. They got just pay Hassan Reddick, dog. You traded for him. Give him whatever the fuck he wants and get him on the field so we can rush the passer. God damn it. They play the Broncos that next week in East Rutherford, so that'll be fun. That's always fun when I get to hate on the Broncos rather than root for them. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm excited about that. Yeah, it should be a fun game.
Huh?
It should be a fun game.
Absolutely. I have a stat for you. The Jets are 0-7 in the last 7 games versus the Patriots in primetime. They haven't beat New England in a regular season primetime game since November of 2008.
Huh.
So
yeah,
Aaron Rodgers break the wave.
Dude, Tom Brady's not there anymore. So yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't. This isn't the same. They didn't have a primetime game since Tom Brady, right?
I believe they have.
That game. Look at the Wikipedia page, asshole. You just brought up the stat. When's the last time Brady left New England in 2022 or 21?
21, I believe.
And then he won the Super Bowl in Tampa in 22, played in 23, and retired. Or no? How did that go?
Sorry, I'm trying to find your stat. What did you say?
My stat? You brought this up. I didn't bring.
Oh, but you wanted to know
the stat at me after you brought it up, motherfucker.
I'm just telling you, the Jets are 0-7 in the last 7 in prime time against New England. So
I know, rub it in, asshole. I get it.
Aaron Rodgers. Hold on. Aaron Rodgers is the one thing that is different, and Tom Brady not being there. And I'm more confident in the Jets than I am New England. New England played a tough, kind of slow game against Seattle last week, and Seattle pulled it out in overtime. New England gave him a game though.
Jets also have not had a QB1 since Vinnie Testaverde. You want to hear a great story?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a rookie. I had West Nile virus when I was a rookie, and I got cut from the Rams. And I was like sitting in the hospital, thought I was going to die. It was terrible. And I get picked up by the Jets like week 6, and I get to the facility, and it's at old Hofstra Stadium, and like it was on the island, and like now it's in Jersey, and it was kind of weird, but it was cool. It was very unique. Shittiest facility in the history of NFL facilities. It was like a fucking bomb shelter. When I walk in, and right when you walk in the doors, they double door open, and you walk straight into the locker room, and then you go straight to the training room, and upstairs is all the meeting rooms. And I'm walking in, and I'm like trying to find my locker, and fucking Vinnie T walks up with like a veto curl, like I'm telling you, the cleanest fucking pressed perm you've ever seen, all just beautiful, like fucking St. Christopher gold, St. Christopher around his neck, and chest hair everywhere, wife beater, velour jumpsuit, dog. And it was like, it wasn't purple, it wasn't pink, it wasn't black, it was like a mixture. It was fucking crazy, the color. And he walks up and he's like, "Hey, how you doing? My name's Vinnie Testaverde." And I was like, "Yeah, no fucking shit, dude. I know who you no shit, dog. I know exactly who the fuck you are. It's Vinnie T." And he just like walks by, and I'm just like, fucking Vinnie T, man. And I only got to play with him for a year, but he was awesome. We had our last road trip my rookie year was Vinnie T Velour Day. And I spent 7 fucking hours, big corn-fed white boy walking around Manhattan like, "Do you know what velour is and where you find velour sweatsuits?" And I had to like call him and be like, "Yo, Vinny, this is Matt, the defensive line rookie asshole. I don't know what velour is or a fucking sweatsuit, dog. I need help."
Oh my god, that's an all-time story. I love that shit.
So yeah, fucking Vinny. Thanks for bringing up Vinnie T. We got fucking jokes and shit for everybody around here.
Now you got another question. Over under 100 rushing yards Saturday.
I think we put 150 on them.
I agree. I think you hit the second straight game. I'm with it.
I think they're just gonna. I think it's if we had 19 carries or whatever on Saturday, I bet you, especially if it's shitty, and we get the lead, because I know they want to get some people off their backs for the whole like game management thing. I bet you that they run the ball at least 30 times.
Really?
Which may not be as productive for Shedeur stat wise.
Right.
But that's okay. The only stat that really matters right now is the W. So
if you're a GM and got the number 1 pick next April, you taking Travis Hunter or Shedeur?
Do I have a quarterback?
Oh, that's a good question.
So you can have the number 1 pick and still have a quarterback.
They're the Carolina Panthers.
If you're Carolina, you have to take Shedeur. You have to. If you're Denver, you have to take Shedeur. Like I think Denver's. Yes, dog. Just Josh Rosen, Bo Nix.
Wow.
Look, and this is my opinion, but Sean Payton did this to himself. He cut everybody. He got rid of everyone on the team that was any good. He's got his guys in now. They look terrible. The offensive line is awful. The play calling is atrocious. They're not setting up Bo Nix for success. Why didn't Russell Wilson just stay here and get his ass kicked all year and look shitty so you could just put Bo Nix in week 10 and move forward? Why serve your rookie up like this?
I don't think.
I think both of them are gone. I think Peyton will be gone after this year. I think Nix will be gone after this year, and they'll start over. And if they're in the top 3, Shedeur Sanders could easily be the Denver Broncos quarterback moving forward. And if you think it's just
think about this,
the coverage is disgusting now, just wait, because we're just going to transition straight to the Broncos show.
It seems to be lining up that way. I'm just going to leave it at that. That is oh man.
We need the Walk the Gates chant before the game. It's not really a chant, bro. It was just me giving a speech, but we can definitely run that tomorrow. I'll be down there on the field. My son Nicholas is a recruit this weekend, so we'll be up there for homecoming and all that good shit. That should be really fun. I mean, shit, man. I'm super excited for this. So yeah, lock the fucking gates and let's get going. I can't wait.
Here's one last one. Should the Dolphins draft Shador if season goes to shit?
Well, their season did go to shit, and their quarterback went to sleep again. So I mean, look, if you have the option of Beck or Shador, or they're probably the top two quarterbacks, right? Dylan Gabriel looked pretty good against Oregon State, but he's lefty, and unless you're either getting, Kellen Moore and Tim Tebow, or Steve Young, and he doesn't look like Steve Young to me. So you got to be a little. There's a reason there's not a whole lot of left-handed quarterbacks in the league. So, and think about it. Tua's left-handed.
Yeah.
Just saying. So look, man, I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but shit, he doesn't know how to slide. So lefties are weird, bro. He can't slide. It's like it's like Ben Stiller and myself. We can't turn left. We're not trying to. He throws left and he goes to sleep. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, just everybody out there, my advice today is don't be like P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Bro, they found 764 dildos in this guy's
That's
house.
not real. This is a fake thing.
84. Sorry, I shorted him 20. 784 dildos, man.
Go ahead, man. What?
Have you ever seen Fight Club before?
Fight Club, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like my luggage was vibrating, and he goes, "Well, usually, it's usually an electric razor or an electric toothbrush or something, but every now and then, it's a dildo." And we can never say your dildo. We have to say dildo. And he's got 784 of them and 1,000 jugs of baby oil. I wonder, when you go over to his house, do you not think he's a rapist, pedophile, piece of shit? You're like, wow, did he? This is a really good fake cock collection.
Wow. I have nothing to say.
If he makes it out of that fucking prison he's in alive, it's going to be a miracle. They better isolate the shit out of him, bro, because somebody's going to fuck his ass up.
Yeah. Jeez.
784 dildos, dog. I wonder, do Usher and they all walk in, they're like, okay, it's dildo slapping time. And they grab one each in each hand. They're like, they run out in the main hall, and Diddy's standing there with a dildo that shoots fucking bullets. And he's like, it's dick time. And everybody just starts slapping each other. I can never listen to R. Kelly again. I can't listen to Biggie anymore. I can't listen to nothing.
JB says he still listens to R. Kelly.
He would. That fucking You Tonight song, I bet you I bet you JB listens to that song alone in the shower smoking a stogie. Just like, okay, we got a bad rap.
Fuck. That's hilarious. Well, hey, great show on a Thursday, man. We had Chris
off the show.
Huh?
Trying to run me off the show because you don't want to talk about dildos. It's okay.
Talk about Diddy. God.
Disgusting.
That is crazy, man. I don't even.
Hey, man, when you get really, really, really rich, shit gets weird. And I don't understand. I don't get it. Do you think he was always like this?
Probably.
And he just got money and he was like, I'm going to fuck everyone. Ha ha. Or I don't get why, when you get a ton of money, do you want to just do the weirdest, grossest shit on earth? Why? Everybody in the comments, tell me.
Yeah.
And if you're in the comments telling me that's also fucking weird because I'm talking about you. Hey, this one right here. Look. Yeah, that's because he killed Tupac. You know he did. I'll say it again. If you really think that he didn't have anything to do with that.
Me?
All of you dummies.
See, that's tough, bro. I'm not privy enough to the situation.
You're not privy enough. Like
I'll be ignorant as shit.
Okay, they're not. It's not the Clintons. If you say something bad about him on publicly, they're not gonna send hitmen after you. It's just Puff Daddy.
Well, fuck. I don't know.
Diddy's
fucking. I think this is who Diddy's
fucking somebody right now in jail.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think you asked the question. I'm like, you really think he just turned weird all overnight, bro?
No, I think he's always been super weird.
That's
I mean, look, when he's like, this is the gangster rap era, and I just want to come out and say that my name is Puff Daddy, and everyone's like, this is the gangster. We got Mac 10 and fucking Tech 9 and Ice Cube and Ice T and fucking Dr. Dre and Eminem. We got fucking 50 Cent and we got fucking The Game and we got fucking Too Short. We got all these bad motherfuckers. And your name's what? My name's gonna be Puff Daddy. Oh! Everybody immediately should have been like, this motherfucker right here has got 784 dildos in his fucking trailer.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. How do you even get 784 dildos, bro?
I don't know if that story is real or not, but
why wouldn't it be real? It's on the internet.
Community notes. Shout out Twitter and Elon on community
Hey,
notes.
so which presidential candidate has a better relationship with the diddler? Yeah. Let's have
the answer.
Okay, good. All right, everyone, enjoy your day. I'm sorry I've made Bailey really uncomfortable talking.
No, I ain't uncomfortable. I just say you know the answer to that one.
1,000 jugs of baby oil and shit. I'm so that's cool. That's cool. I didn't know that. Man, are you a baby oil guy? Do you like baby oil?
Me? Fuck no.
Yeah. No, I'm just wondering. You got I said baby oil, and you're like eyes. You kind of like, hey, baby oil. I was just wondering. It's cool. That's cool, man. It's cool.
Nah.
All right. Maybe it's not cool shit.
Some female shit. All that.
All right. Well, everybody have a good day. I'm gonna go. Cover myself in green Jello and enjoy the rest of the afternoon. So
yeah, that's right. People in the
comments, man. When you're rich, you're weird, right? So I gotta work on my future scandal. Which they raided Matt McChesney's house today. And we found 150 pounds of green Jello. And they'll be like, why the fuck did he have that? And at least I can throw a curveball and people will be like, was he eating the Jello? Was he baby oil and dildos? You can only really go one way with that.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. All right, well, have a good day.
Great show.
Let's get ready for Vickers tomorrow, right?
Yeah, Lawrence Vickers will be on tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern, noon Mountain Time. Colorado versus Baylor pregame show. Vickers brings that juice, and we're gonna get after it.
It's gonna kick ass. I can't wait.
I'm so excited. It's gonna be a great show tomorrow. Make sure you're there. 2 p.m. Eastern. It's gonna be a great show. Matt, any closing thoughts before we get out of here?
No, dude. I'm done for the day. All right, I'm gonna go try not to think about what is happening to Sean Puff Diddy Combs right now. What a piece of shit. All right, well, have a good day.
Great show.